Alright, now that we've got all the tools that we need to solve some of these problems, let's do a few examples. Now, the directions of this problem are to just expand, meaning that we want to make this into several logs, all separated by either plus signs or minus signs. Now, the first thing we would want to know is square root. What's that mean? That's actually the half power. So we'll go ahead and rewrite this as log base b of x cubed times y to the fifth divided by z squared. All that's going to be raised to the half power. So that's not a log rule there, that's just a common algebra that we know that the square root is the half power. From there, we go ahead and refer to some of our logarithms, some of the properties that we have, and we're going to go ahead and start with property number 1, which says that this exponent right here can come down to the front and become a coefficient. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that in here. 1/2 comes in front. This is going to be 1/2 log base b of x cubed times y to the fifth divided by z squared. So now let's worry about this division here and see if we have a property that lets us expand a division. Which we do, it's property number 3. Now, notice here we have something on the right side and we want to go this direction to expand it to the left side. Okay, so remember, if you have an equation, you can go from left to right or right to left. They're equal, they're the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and start with this and end up with something like this. So this is going to be 1/2. I'm going to go ahead and put a bracket here because this 1/2, which was our exponent, it goes to every item in the log. So 1/2 log base b of x cubed y to the fifth minus log base b of z squared. I'm going to go ahead and put parentheses here too, just for clarification. Okay? Now lastly, if you notice right here, there's still two things being multiplied, two components being multiplied, so we'll go ahead and expand that using our second property. So again, we're going to go from right to left. So this is going to be 1/2 log of x cubed plus log, sorry, I forgot my base b here, log base b of y to the fifth, put that in next parentheses, minus log base b of z squared. Okay? Now, to finish this, we're going to go ahead and take these exponents and bring them all to become coefficients. That'd be part of the instructions as well, that they would only want this to be to the first power. So this 3 would come down here, this 5 would come down here, this 2 would come down here. Lastly, we'll go ahead and distribute our 1/2. So this becomes 1/2 times 3 log base b of x plus 1/2 times 5 log base b of y minus 1/2 times 2 log base b of z. And then from there, it's just simple algebra. 1/2 times 3 is 3/2 log base b of x plus 5/2 log base b of y minus 2 times 1/2, the 2's reduced here, log base b of z. So we've taken one log, started with this, gone through several steps using our properties, and ended up with the sum and difference of 3 logs. Another common problem that we have in logs when we're dealing with logs is they want us to combine several logs into a single log. So that'd actually be the opposite of what we did last time. Again, we're just going to utilize our 3 properties of logs. Okay? So the order of operations still apply. Remember, that's, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Right now we have addition and subtraction. So remember, those are equally as important. So we're just going to go ahead and go from left to right here. The first thing we want to do is, you cannot immediately add these 2 logs. The reason being is there's coefficients in front of each of these. If you look at our property, the coefficient has to be 1 for both of them. So in order to remedy that, we're going to use property 1. We're going to take this coefficient and bring it up top and make it become an exponent. So we're actually going to go again from right to left. So this coefficient is going to come up top and become an exponent. So that means this comes up here, 3/2 is going to come up here, We're also going to take this e. Now remember, e is a number. E comes up here. So this is going to become log base b of x to the half power. And again, we're going to put that in parentheses just to be clear. Plus log base b of y to the 3/2 minus log base b of 1 over y to the power of e. Now we need to put this in parentheses as well, so we know that the y gets the exponent of e as well, not just the 1. Okay. So now we can go ahead and utilize property number 2. Again, we're going to go from left to right, so we need to do this addition before we do this subtraction. So adding these two terms here, we get log base b of x to the half y to the 3/2 minus log base b of 1 over y to the e. So what I did here is I said 1 to the e is 1, and y to the e, of course, is just y to the e. Now we're going to go ahead and have to utilize property number 3 to subtract these two logs here. And we're going to get log base b of x to the half y to the 3/2. Now again, we're going to go from left to right here. So we have the difference is going to turn into the quotient of a single log. So this is going to be divided by y to the power of e. Now lastly, we'll want to go ahead and simplify this inside term using our algebra property. This is going to become log base b of x to the half, and then y to the 3/2 divided by y to the e. We know from algebra, maybe earlier in algebra 2 or from algebra 1, this is going to become y to the 3/2 power minus e. So we've taken 3 terms here, and using the 3 properties of logs that we've become very familiar with, we've combined it into a single term, and this would be our final answer here.